Hello, everyone. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and I'm bringing you something different today. I'm showing you a brand new Angel Oracle deck by Chrissie, Astell, and the illustrator, whose name is Renee Milot. Um, and this deck was sent to me for the purpose of looking at and reviewing, giving some feedback about the deck. And so I'm going to break this up into just doing like an unboxing, although I've unwrapped it, but and just showing you the cards and what's inside. And then I'll come back and I'll share with you um, my impressions and a review after I've worked with the deck. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you it's a very beautiful deck. I just want to read some information to you about the author. I've never met her, and she just contacted me a few weeks ago, and and the thing about it was is that I was actually being guided by the angels to start to show some decks because I own a lot of oracle decks and tarot decks, but I've been really getting into collecting tarot decks. Some of the decks I haven't ever used, obviously, and I can talk about that another time because I don't really want to take up too much time, but about my feelings about what I'm looking for. But I guess in case of anybody else sends me something, I'm glad that she sent this deck because it's always nice to look at other angel decks. This is what my channel is about, but I tend to look for decks that, especially tarot decks, that have that higher frequency. Not because I don't want to, we want to avoid the negative or the complexities of life. Not by any stretch of the means. It's just that I like looking at the interpretations from decks that give you a new sense that sort of align with that ascension path process that allows you to connect in at a higher frequency of than what we would look at a situation through just fear. So yes, it can be done. It's all about the reader, but I just like them for you, um, as the viewer. It's sort of like being back in my classroom when I was teaching, and I just like the materials to sort of reflect the work of where we're going. So if anyone is doing new decks, especially one of the things I'm looking for in particular, because I think it's really important that decks reflect diversity, um, and so that everyone is represented. Also, you know, and and um, and the spirituality component. But anyway, let me stop myself from going on because I will go longer than I would like. So the she is regarded as one of the most highly qualified and experienced angel teachers and writers in the UK, with a BA, honorable, I don't know if this is HONS, in comparative religion, including angelology and mysticism, followed by postgraduate certificates in spiritual development and facilitation and education. She is also one of 7 acknowledged and authorized spiritual educators within the Spiritual Companions program found by Dr. William Bloom. She is an angel expert for Spirit and Destiny magazine, writing a monthly double page spread for them. In 2013, she was voted Best Loved Lightworker by Kindred Spirit Readership. She runs courses and workshops nationally and internationally, including large festivals such as Wilderness, and has appeared on TV, radio, and in the national press. So I'm going to include a link. Um, this is with Watkins Media. This was a press release that was sent out, but Jillian herself did contact me and asked if I would be interested. So I will put some information there and where you can make contact if you like the deck and you're interested in getting a copy for yourself and playing with it and seeing how what kind of information you get from the angels. So this deck, okay. Now one of the things that it's said about the cards, it's that it's silver foiled angel cards. Okay, so you'll see that it glows like wherever silver is, and you'll see right off the bat. This beautiful sort of indigo blue and the stars and then the silver writing and then there's a little silver ribbon here that so you can have easy access to pull out the cards, so it just sort of slides out like that. Very nice presentation. Thought it was extremely beautiful when I opened it. I think the deck is a 1995 and it definitely the quality of the deck is worth it. So it says here, asking the angels for guidance couldn't be simpler with this superb deck of angel cards and accompanying book. All right, so based on the insights of angel expert Chrissie Astell, this beautifully illustrated deck will introduce you to the wonderful world of angels, giving guidance on how to communicate with them and offering comfort, healing, and inspiration. The deck is perfect for those just beginning their angel journey, as well as anyone familiar with the uplifting power of angels. So it includes an 80-page illustrated guide explaining how to connect with the angels and interpret the cards and readings. Okay. All right, so you can see here now the cards are really colorful, and you can see that each one is a different suit. So it has by the borders, the 52 cards. It's sort of set up like the playing cards, but there's no correlation in terms of meaning. I've already checked. They're like 13, so I was like, or is it 14? But no. So, but it could be like Queen, King, and Jack. But still, what it relates to is the archangel and the angels that work with that archangel is sort of what she's saying. So you have Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. Excuse me. The first one would be the red would be Archangel Uriel, and then the last one here would be Archangel Michael. So Archangel Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael would be the blue color. Okay, so let's take a look inside, and so we have the guidebook here, and they said it was 80 pages. Really nice quality, same quality of feel of the paper outside. It's a matte look. I mean, there's a little bit of a shine, but it's mostly matte. But and let's see the table of contents, as you can see here. So you got Archangel Michael, so protection, power, justice. See, those angels release truth, passion, support, strength, freedom. So you get an idea there, and presence and self-belief. Those are the sort of the archangels. I mean, sorry, angels that you would guardian angels you would think that would work with Archangel Michael. So that makes sense. And that way, you may get. I'm already getting a sense of if I was going to work with this deck and the guardian angels, that I would start to get a sense of, the energy of the archangel, in terms of how I would read the cards in a reading. All right, so there's an introduction. She gives you some information about the angels, the history, biblical history. She talks about Islam and, from the Hebrew tradition, so Judeo-Christian beliefs and things like that. A little bit, not in depth. The information is definitely worth you reading. It's not as if you've heard, but some things that she really does offer some new suggestions about how to work with the cards or how about connecting with the angels. It's not that it's completely different, but it's just insightful, like a little gems of, like when she talks about the meditation and things like that, that things you may not have thought of. So I think it's definitely worth it. Here she has some spreads, which I'll in the review I'll be working with, just get a sense of the deck. And then this part is the interpretation of the cards. It's a full page here you can see, starting with Archangel Michael, although the deck, when I opened it up, had Archangel Gabriel. But but maybe I had it reversed. So we'll see, yeah. Um, okay, so we have, you can see this information about Archangel Michael, the name and what it means. And then you see over here, she's got some keywords here, what it represents, the color, the element, the directional, the season, things like that, qualities. All right. So this just goes all the way through, and for every card, this amount of information, full. Well, actually, the archangels, the guardian angels only have one page. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so yeah. So the guardian angels just have one page, but there's an affirmation, and it goes along with each one as well. All right. And at the back, there's just some information about the author, further reading to learn about angels. You even see Billy Graham listed there. So she's got a wide variety of sources, it seems. Ambika Valters. This is the angel oracle. This was my very, very, very first oracle deck, and I'll have to show that to you sometime. This talks about the different levels of heaven. If you haven't seen that card deck, but this was the very first deck I ever owned. I'll have to tell you the story when I show you that deck, because that kind of got me started. I had this sense of angels, and then, well, long story, but okay. So I'll save that story. All right, for later. So here's the beautiful cards here, and you just reach in there, which gives you a little space. I don't know how the box got a little damaged, you can see, because I'm always very careful with anything that I own, so I don't know when or how that happened, but okay, so the cards fit in there, and so you can keep them in this box if you like, and here are the cards. And so what I'm going to do is, I guess this is a good, I wonder, should I try to get it closer? Why don't we try that? I'll come right back. Okay, so I just wanted to put the cards out and bring it a little bit closer. I have a piece of selenite and angel oral cluster of the crystal, which has this beautiful, well, you can't see it now, but usually there's these little rainbow effects that you can see on the crystal, so the camera is not picking that up, but there's usually a little bit of rainbow effect. You can see it just a little bit, but it's very visible when you're holding it in your normal setting. So, okay, so the cardstock, it looks like it's about, just compare it to the normal decks of Doreen Virtue, so you can see this is like really, it's about almost the same length. It's about 4 inches, maybe, give or take, in either direction, and then about 2 inches across. So you could almost, get, yeah. So anyway, so it's slimmer in the hands, which, for those of you who have small hands, I have big hands, so I don't mind big cards, and I don't do that, what you call the riffle, shuffling and all that kind of stuff, because I really want my cards to last a long time, and I don't think it's necessary to do it, to go through that. But anyway, to each his own. So this is the back of the cards. Very beautiful, very simple, but I just love this whole idea of going into the heavens and celestial feeling. So let's see here. So this is going to be sort of I don't know how I want to do this. This is how I saw it. So I'm going to turn it over like this. I'm just going to just do a flip through and just show you the cards. This is Archangel Gabriel, and the border is white for all the angels, the guardian angels that work here with him. It's very beautiful color, rich color. You may not be able to see it, and I'm wondering if you can see the silver sparkling on the cards there. Just really beautiful, rich colors. So you may want to see the silver shining there. So you may want to think of the colors as a part of the reading. Just really beautiful colors. It may look a little plain here, but it's so beautiful. The colors. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go through this rather quickly. You have guidance. Mind you, the Hermit card, right? Direction. There are 13 in each suit. Okay. Purpose. Compassion. Peace. Innocence. And revelation. Okay, so now we have Archangel Michael. I'm just going to move this because I think this is going to get really sloppy with the cards. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael. Very strong there. And the Angel of Protection. And power reminds us of the Strength card, right? So you may, wherever your intuition takes you, but Justice, like this looks like the Justice card, or you could think of it that way. But see how beautiful. Insight. Release. Truth. Passion. Support. Okay, so I'm going to have to go a little bit faster because I think you can see it from here. Strength. You see how the cage is silvered, sort of gives it a little 3D effect there. Presence. Self-belief. And now Archangel Raphael. Blah. Forgiveness. Knowledge. So it's almost like it's its own system. But, you may be, because we're so structured by systems, but once you start to relax into the energy, that the suit represents the energy of the archangel, it'll probably really start to click with you. Like if you think about Archangel Raphael in terms of healing, maybe relationships, it'd be like what aspect of healing or relationship, and then how it's mixed in with other things. You may start to get a sense. Transformation, transience, new beginnings. Alright, so I'll be showing this again. I'll probably not be going through all the cards again, but comfort. Fluidity. connections, growth, nurturing, and Archangel Uriel. Different colors, but it's interesting because the angel oracle uses the same four archangels as well. Okay, beauty. Think about Archangel Uriel is illuminating the mind, so like, was that card inspiration? I think it was, so it kind of makes sense. Friendship, motivation, abundance, joy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Ugh, and ascension. Wow, I didn't even see that the first time. I looked through it. That is beautiful. The chakras just opening up like that. Humility. Harmony. It looks like she's listening. Ah, okay. Service. Creativity. Charity. And unity. All right. So this is the deck. The deck of cards. And so if you are interested in this deck and you want to know more about it, again, I'll leave the link where you can contact her to get more information about how to order or purchase the deck. All right. If you have any trouble, you can contact me, and or leave a message, a comment below, and I will try to sort of be a liaison to figure out a better way to connect with her to get the deck. So, my dear ones, send you lots of love and angel blessings, and look forward to hearing your thoughts about this beautiful angel oracle deck. Bye-bye.